this able-bodied men.
Okay.
Well, let's take a look at the introduction of the story.
Right. Well, the incident actually, oh my faith, Lord says, hope I don't get in between a crossfire. Well, this incident actually has raised, questions about the dynamics of relationships, trust and the consequences of infidelity. I mean, quite a number of people, stakeholders, even including social media users, would like to call them netizens. Some would say that they are internet in-laws. They've also weighed in on the issue with quite a number of them condemning, the woman's actions and others justifying her behavior. And it has become a serious crossfire across social media platforms right there. Right now, according to statistics, though, 70% of marriages in Nigeria end in divorce due to infidelity. That's it. But does that give the right for her to cut off a husband's hands? Now, this is not a boyfriend. This is not some stranger that y'all, just got to maybe have a one-night stand and stuff. This is your husband. Does that justify cutting off his hands? His hands. Not even elsewhere. His hands. And you cut it off. Does that also make the situation better? Does it improve on the situation? Is it making the situation, progress positively or negatively? But that's a personal story, though. Let's look at what this personal story has got to say.
All right. A similar incident occurred in 2020 where a woman in Lagos cut off her husband's genitals after discovering that he had been cheating on her. Now, the woman, who was not named, claimed that she had been driven to madness by her husband's infidelity and had no choice but to take drastic action. Now, the incident actually sparked widespread outrage and debate, with many calling for the woman to be prosecuted for her actions. A takeaway from all of this, incidents would be the fact that the only thing constant in life is change. I mean, there are lovers who, during courtship, the chances were very high. You had that confidence that your partner, this guy can never cheat on me. You trusted the person 101%. But eventually, as the journey progresses, in marriage, the husband somewhat got exposed to maybe certain things. It could be pressure from his friends. It could be the company of friends that he keeps and whatever. It could also be the fault of the woman, probably denying the man,
intimacy. Yes.
So, in recent times, we've been made to understand that, you see, that point, the last point, is actually a major reason why a number of men would want to look at outside, right? But there is really no justification for infidelity.
Right.
Whether or not your partner is starving you, whether or not your partner is, not loyal or committed, there is really no justification, for infidelity. Because what are the chances that the person you're cheating on your partner with will not even do worse, things to you? So are you going to keep jumping from one to another? Why not stay somewhere and make it work? Because they say no marriage, no relationship is perfect. And this trend, it is really a very disturbing one, because I know that way back, our parents, even when, they practiced this polygamous...
Okay, I'm glad you went there.
Go on,
finish.
I say...
Finish.
Way back when our parents practiced this polygamous, marriage and all of that, they actually stayed united, even though there was jealousy here and there, but it wasn't too obvious such that the woman would want to poison the other one or even take the man's life. So both ladies would be rendered,
without a husband.
In this case, where the lady decided to chop off the husband's hands, there is really no justification for this action, because, come on, you just made the man somewhat incapacitated. So how is he going to work for more money to provide for you and the family? If truly you chopped off his hands because he's not providing for you and the family, or maybe the children, if there are any, and that's the reason why you think you have to deal with him, you've even made issues worse, just like you said.
Right.
Are you helping the issue progress, positively or negatively?
Right.
And you also take a look at, the amount attached to this iPhone 16. No, gentlemen, in this economy, it's possible the woman is even using an Android phone or a touchlight phone. So are you really being fair to the woman?
Right. Okay.
Are you?
Really, thank God the story says not much background.
Right.
Of the
Right.
incident, because I try to imagine how she did it, to either cut the hands or probably cut the genitals. How did she do it? Was it that she drugged him and he slept and she did that, or otherwise? I'm still trying to imagine how she did it, how she overpowered him to do that. That's a thought on its own. And a couple of videos have been circulating on social media, and in as much as they are trying to make sure that ladies or those in relationship don't find themselves in this, but it seems people are always taking the go with the negative trends that is happening. Okay, if my husband do me this, I will eventually repay him back, with what's happening in the socials. But come to look at it, what does a ship do? As in the ship with the SHIP, it conveys you from one destination to
the
another.
other. Yeah.
If you're in a relationship, if you're in a friendship, if you're in a partnership, and everything that has ship, if you know it's not working for you, you opt out. It's not by
Nobody's
force.
tying
But
you.
it's actually easier said than done, Mr. Dick.
Now, it's easier said than done those days.
Really?
When this thing goes on and on without. But now the social media has made in such a way that if this thing's happening, people are now coming up to speak up. People are now coming up to speak up. Even if you just take a small video, everybody wants to put it on social media. That's why I said the good is there, also the bad is there. But looking at the lady, you have rendered that guy
Incapacitated.
useless.
That's what it is.
Useless, whether I like it or not, useless. I'm not justifying what the guy did, because the marriage, they say, is better for worse.
Yeah.
It's better for worse. If you can't sit down to make it work, you go. That's just how it is. Now, whether I like it or not, okay, let's go back to Anambra. I think Anambra or Southeast, when the other guy was angry, according to him and the report, that the wife was cheating on him, and confidently she was coming home even at night. You understand? Even at night he was coming home, but he went ahead and set the woman ablaze. And in the course of that, the woman kept screaming, "This is what marriage has brought me into. My own has come to an end." And she was crying and crying and crying. At the end, what happens? She died. She was rushed to the hospital. Eventually she died. Now the guy who now came, I think with the commissioner, I don't forgotten what ministry that in the state, was talking to the woman, and the man started crying after the deed has been done.
Yeah,
he was now crying. The reality has now
dawned
on him. The same way reality will dawn on this same woman.
I mean, according to the report, she even said that she was unaware of how the act was carried out or the exact circumstances that led to it.
Are you seeing it now?
So it's the action of the devil, is it?
No, they're always blaming the devil. The devil is always on that side. The devil fanning the fire did not lead you to move or raise up your hands to pick up this and pick up that. But that's not the truth of it with the way things are going. I see many videos online talking about the same issue.
Right.
And the question is he helping or is he not helping?
All right.
We're supposed to draw something from that and conclude, but rather we still get things that are even worse even on social media.
All right, we get it worse even on social media. Is it helping to progress or is it helping to destroy? Is the bane of this discourse this morning. You might as well want to let us in to your thoughts as well. Is there any justifiable reason to want to chop off somebody's hands
or to take someone else's
or
life
take somebody or
on the grounds of infidelity,
right? Or incapacitate the person. I don't know. You might as well have had one or two experiences. You want to share with us. You might as well want to share that story with us, and let's banter on this one. But we'll give you the phone lines now, so you can just join the discourse already.
Right. You can call us on 0908 766-8888 or 0907-353-0044. Do well to send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number, and that will be 0909-705-4450.
Remember that you can also get across social media platforms and join the conversation already, and that will be on Facebook, YouTube, live at Eagles FM Abuja. All right, taking the score now. Hello.
Hello, good morning, man.
Yeah, good morning to you, Elder. You're calling from
That
Cuba.
is my name.
Yeah, you're calling from Cuba.
Yes, from Cuba in
All right,
Abuja here.
talk to us, Elder.
You see, those people, I pity them because they are not children of God. They are children of devil. If somebody is a Christian, you know, if God is truly present, if you are a Muslim or a Christian, you can never do that type of thing. Earthly things, worldly things have taken over their life. Well, before we go to stop in this earth, they don't think about of eternity, that if you die, there's a place you're supposed to go. They don't know. So they will control their heart. If you know, so how did you carry something your own beloved husband to cut in hand? If you are not a child of devil, I'm sorry to use that long way. I'm advising people be closer to God. If you are a Christian, read your Bible, and if you are Muslim, go closer to Quran. The Spirit of God will control you. They are just a carnal people, carnalless people. If not so, now somebody where you see naked, you are loved. Now he carries something to cut in hand or go and destroy her because he has committed offense. He have offended you. If you are a child of God, if the Spirit of God is ruling you, it can never do that type of thing. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Elder. Onoja.
I really want to react to Elder Onoja. Yes,
Right.
he actually made a point. Now, if you notice people that go to church is an avenue where mixed multitude come in, gather, and so on. There are some people who go to church, I'm sorry, they just bear Christian names, but they don't really follow what the Bible says.
But this is not
That-
even restricted
that-
to
that-
just church.
that-
I mean,
that-
religious
that-
worship
that-
centers.
everywhere.
Mixed
Because
multitude and everything.
if you truly, I'm not saying, and even if you look at it, yes, one might be haughty. Okay, my husband did this. I didn't even expect him to do this. I was listening yesterday. My wife was watching something on phone.
Yeah.
Was listening to where I was also listening.
Okay.
Now what happened? She said after they gave birth to 4 kids, all girls, and she was kind of worried because she has not given birth to a boy child. And eventually, the husband said, "Why are you worried? Forget about this. After all, I want girls. They are also children."
Right.
So on the day of their anniversary, he was expected to come back home. She invited friends. The girls also joined the mom to prepare this surprise party when he comes, because according to him, he's in Abuja.
Okay.
So only for him, he didn't arrive. The friends were disappointed and they left. They kept waiting for him. He didn't come back home till the following day, only for them to get a call from the father-in-law, thinking about that the son is in hospital in somewhere in the southwest, from the southeast. And we were like, but he's supposed to be in Abuja. What's it? Okay, let's go find out. They kept praying that he's going to be alive and stuff like that. They rushed down to the hospital. Then news started filtering in that he has a son outside.
Oh.
And in the course of
My
doing that,
goodness.
the wife, the boyfriend to the other lady stabbed him. How many times? That's how I find it. So what am I saying? Christians is not all about answering the name John or Peter or Martha or whatever are going to church. You must have a relationship. I'm trying to just react to what
Right.
You must just be a Christian. Yes, it is haughty. We are all humans. Yes, we are humans. We can be emotional at times. But if you know that you can't be there, the Bible gives room for separation. Even the Bible frowns at divorce. You just step aside. When the hair don't cool down, then you cannot come back. If you know you cannot work out, then after how many years there's room to move ahead. Because nowadays, with the way things are really popping out,
Right.
people don't have a relationship with God. They are just all going to church to count numbers. okay, oh, today na Sunday, oh, make we just follow the law of going to church on Sunday. So that's just it.
Right. Well, Omo, before you go into all of this, let's just quickly, take a breather. And of course, speaking with ICT2, let's take a breather right now. We'll be back to solve the technicalities that's going on in the studio. And you keep your fingers crossed, because we really need to settle this right here and on here. Don't go away.